Welcome to the Weather Guru podcast for July 5th, 2026. Well, we're looking at the lower 48, and this is the post-July 4th report here, and we're going to be looking at the tornado and severe thunderstorm warnings. Hit that like and subscribe button on the way here, and I appreciate your support. The Weather Guru here, and we're bringing you the latest. We do have one tornado warning in the United States, and that's in Franklin County, Pennsylvania here, just to the west of I-81 here. Franklin County, Pennsylvania, heading towards east at 16 knots, hail at 1.25 inches here with this cell here, and it's part of a cell that's producing tornadoes. So the National Weather Service in State College, Pennsylvania issued a tornado warning. This lasts until the next 20 to 25 minutes for central Franklin County in south central Pennsylvania. Severe thunderstorm capable of producing a tornado was located over Familar, moving east at 20 knots, 20 miles an hour. So flying debris, please get into your safe spot or to your basement as this storm comes over you. In this area here, it's just to the west of I-81, heading toward the Shippensburg in US 15 route through Chambersburg, Gettysburg. All these areas are hitting these storms here. And so for the next 15 to 20 minutes, please get in your safe space here, as rotation has been indicated by radar. Radar indicated rotation, of course. No storm spotters in that area right now, but there is a tornado warning for that area for the next 20 to 25 minutes. And also heads up for Shippensburg, Chambersburg, US 15, between that area, Dillsburg, all these areas heading towards the central Franklin County into Carlisle and these areas along I-81 and US 15 highway here, Dillsburg and those areas in between there for that tornado warning. Now we're going down south to Texas here. We have a severe thunderstorm warning for Texas for Fisher, Jones, and Shackleford counties here. 1.25 inch hail and 75 mile an hour wind gusts. The daytime heating has produced these storms, and now that the sunset is here at 7:22 Central Daylight Time, this is until 7:45 Central Daylight Time for Callahan, Southern Jones, Eastern Nolan, Southeastern Fisher, and Taylor and Shackleford County. So these severe thunderstorms are destructive storms for Abilene, Texas area here. Once again, trained weather spotters have spotted 80 mile an hour wind gusts out of this storm and quarter size hail. And as I put it into motion here, you can see that these storms are not moving that fast, and it's just a complex of storms here along the Abilene, along I-20 here, from between Abilene and Midland, and these areas like Loders, Harley, Albany, and Breckenridge here, and it looks like a convergence boundary heading into Putnam, Texas here, and Abilene, and that's producing straight line winds of 80 mile an hour winds, and also hail up to almost an inch and a half. These are trained storm spotters have spotted that, and so that's why all these severe thunderstorm warnings are in effect by the National Weather Service here for Callahan, Fisher, Jones, Nolan, and Shackleford and Taylor counties here. Destructive winds, Category 1 winds, 80 mile an hour winds, radar indicated, and hail up to 1 inch. This is until 7:45 Central Daylight Time. So if you're in this area, you want to take action, seek shelter now, because destructive winds and large damage and hail are occurring in the Abilene area. As I zoom out here, you can see from Lubbock suburbs all the way south to Abilene and I-20 as a convergence along this I-20 zone. So if you're in Graham, Texas, Strawn, Cisco, Abilene, Roscoe, Texas, down towards Wingate and Cross Plains, Texas, these storms are heading your way. Heads up to Stevensville, Texas, on the southwest side of the DFW Metroplex here. Even Weatherford, you can get in on some lightning and strong winds there as these descend along the I-20 corridor in the next hour. So heads up for Texas. Now, North Dakota, you have a severe thunderstorm warning. These hail in this corridor here, as you can see these purple spots here, this is hail almost up to 2 inches here in North Dakota for Dunn County here. Dunn Center, Dunn County, Holiday, North Dakota here. As I zoom out here, I want to show you a bigger picture here. This is in a rural area of North Dakota here. And as you can see here, these storms have been popping all afternoon here, just southeast of Williston, about an hour and a half southeast of Williston here. We have that severe thunderstorm warning here for almost 2 inch hail and 60 mile an hour wind gusts. So take shelter, put your cars underneath the garage carport, and just ride this thing out for the next 30 minutes here. Now, we do have a severe thunderstorm warning for Adams, Cumberland, Dauphin, and Lancaster counties, once again in Pennsylvania here. And this is for less than a half-inch hail. This is a 60 mile an hour wind gust. Radar indicated, so expect damage to roof siding and trees. Lancaster, Lebanon, E-Town, Elizabethtown, Columbia, Lidditz, Palmyra, Red Lion, and New Holland. All these areas are going to be affected here. East of I-83 here, you can see this red, strong, heavy rain here, and lightning in this area has been spotted. And that's why the National Weather Service has issued a severe thunderstorm warning for Lancaster County and York counties, Lebanon counties, and South Central Pennsylvania. Once again, the National Weather Service in State College, Pennsylvania, until 9:30 Eastern Daylight Time. So we still got an hour to go here with these storms. That is 8:25 Eastern Daylight Time currently in the valley here, the Susquehanna Valley. Be very careful. Once again, this includes Pennsylvania Turnpike from mile markers 257 to 295 and Interstate 83 from mile marker 0 from the state line of Maryland to 3. There we go right there. And you can see as I put these into motion here, these storms are moving, but very slowly here. They're drifting to the northeast here, as you can see in here along I-83. US 30 also from York and Lancaster, crossing over the Susquehanna River, Marietta, Columbia. You guys could be into a rough ride too as well. And of course, our friends in Dauphin County, Harrisburg, east up in the Lebanon County, along I-81 heading out towards that way there too as well, can be a very gusty ride on 83 and 283 there as you make your way through the capital city district. Now, also we have some storms for Maryland. Severe thunderstorm warning. This expires in the next 5 minutes here. This is for Howard, Montgomery, and Prince George's County here. This includes Columbia, the 495 Pike, and also the 95 and Maryland 32, State Road 32. Severe thunderstorm warning for southeastern Howard, southeastern Montgomery, and northwestern Prince George counties will expire at 8:30 Eastern Daylight Time. So the storm has moved out the area here. Luckily here, so I put it in motion here. It's crossed over the I-95 corridor, but there's still heavy rain in Laurel, Odenton along Maryland State Road 32 there, coming into Glen Burdy, Crossville, Brooklyn Park, just along 895 and south of Baltimore, Maryland. You want to be careful there. Strong storms are coming across the bay here, the Chesapeake Bay here, and crossing that way here, heading up towards Middle River and Harford County, towards Edgewood, Bel Air. These storms here are also popping, carrying a punch with it. You want to be careful along those ways and slow down here on this Sunday evening. Now, the rest of the severe thunderstorm warnings are south of town. This is in Virginia, Harrisonburg, towards the mountains, Shenandoah Valley, Madison County. Some severe thunderstorm warning. National Weather Service in the Baltimore, Maryland, D.C. area, and also in Sterling, Virginia, has issued a severe thunderstorm warning for Madison County, Rockingham County, Page County, Albemarle County, Greene County, and Staunton in Western Virginia, as well as Central Augusta County in Western Virginia, and the city of Harrisonburg in Western Virginia until 8:45 Eastern Daylight Time. Once again, for hail and straight line winds with these storms, as summertime storms extend here. And like I said, these damaging winds could cause trees and branches to fall. There's a lot of trees here. Localized power outages could be possible, not necessarily, but Harrisonburg, Staunton, once again, the Shenandoah Valley, heading toward New Hope, Mount Crawford, Middleburg, Churchburg, Rocky Bar, these areas along I-81 here between Staunton and Harrisburg and southward into Waynesboro. You want to be careful here. As I put these storms into motion, you can see the hail core in that dark red there as it heads south of town here along I-81. So take it easy along I-81 in the front range of the Shenandoah Valley here, even along 64 here, leaving out of Staunton. There could be problems here if you're heading towards Charlottesville and those areas too as well. So those are some warnings that we have for that area too as well. Now, these are the warnings that we also have. Once again, the warnings that we also have in Texas here. Just to look at one here in Texas again, Fisher and Nolan counties here. You can see it's ascending upon Abilene, I-20 from Big Spring, Abilene, Roscoe, Rotan, Anson, Albany, Texas. These storms are packing a big punch. You definitely want to take cover, take shelter at the lowest room of your shelter, in the lowest room or basement of your building. Louisiana, there's severe thunderstorm warning for Beauregard, Kalamazoo, and Jefferson Davis parishes. Once again, for 1 inch hail, 60-mile-an-hour winds. This is descending upon I-10 in the Lake Charles area here, Moss Bluff. This is all heading here. You can see this convergence zone here. You can see, if I just draw it out here, this convergence zone, two forces of wind meeting here, and it's producing those 60 to 70-mile-an-hour wind gusts as well as hail here. And you can see they're not moving very fast. You see that outflow boundary there. Two outflow boundaries are meeting up here over the Lake Charles, Louisiana area in these parishes here. And that's why the National Weather Service has issued a severe thunderstorm warning for 1 inch hail. This is for northwestern Jefferson Davis Parish, south central Beauregard Parish, and northeastern Kalamazoo Parish in southwestern Louisiana. This is until 8 p.m. Central Daylight Time. So in about the next 30 minutes, we have with this storm in Louisiana. So hail damage to vehicles is expected. Expect damage to roofs, siding, and trees here with this system. Locations include Lake Charles, Westlake, Moss Bluff, Buller, Topsy, LeBlue Settlement, and Gills Settlement as well. So take cover, pick your cars on the carport as the storm moves through as well. And so looking at the other severe thunderstorm warnings here, we have mostly Texas, Louisiana, North Dakota, Virginia, as I covered, Louisiana, Maryland. New Mexico also has a severe thunderstorm warning in Curry and Roosevelt counties here. This is along I-10 here, I believe it is, or is it? Yeah, I believe it's just east of I-40 here, just east of Albuquerque, about 2.5 hours toward Tumancari, just south of there. There is a severe thunderstorm warning for hail for you guys, and so you want to be careful out there in Melrose and Clovis, New Mexico, for 1 inch hail and 60-mile-an-hour winds here, for the next, next 30 minutes here, for southern Curry County in central New Mexico, east central New Mexico, and northern Roosevelt County until 7 p.m. 60-mile-an-hour wind gusts and small hail, so not hail as big as what we're seeing in Texas and Louisiana or in the Virginia area or Pennsylvania area, but this hail has the potential to cause damage to roof siding and trees. So if you're in Clovis, New Mexico, Melrose, Cannon Air Force Base, Floyd and Port Air, Highway 60 between mile markers 346 and 390. Take cover here as this storm continues to push through the area there as well. And one more severe thunderstorm warning in Georgia for Elbert and Hart counties. This is just to the south of Hartwell, up I-85 here, Interstate 85 here, Hartwell County here. So you want to be careful. Elbert and Hart counties, a severe thunderstorm warning prompting for the next 45 minutes, 60-mile-an-hour wind gusts and pea-sized hail, up to 1 inch there. So be careful if you're leaving 85 south or heading up 441 through past Athens, Georgia here. You want to be careful as these storms are popping here all around the Atlanta metro area here. Outside of the perimeter here, storms are hitting up north on Georgia 400 through Sandy Springs, Alpharetta, Milton, and all the way up through the northern suburbs of Atlanta. We have some storms there, and along 22 heading out there towards Stone Mountain, Radon, Stone Mountain, Panthersville, Tucker, Chamberlain. Some storms heading out your way too as well in Georgia. These have been the severe thunderstorm warnings and tornado warnings for July 5th, 2026. This has been the Weather Guru signing off for today. Thanks for listening. Blessings on the roads and the skies and the travels as you head back to a normal life, work life on Monday. Talk to you soon. Take care. Leave a comment. Blessings.